For today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna talk to you guys about a game. This is probably one of the greatest games of all time. Its mechanics, its shooting mechanics, its fighting mechanics are amazing. Open world exploration, all of these amazing features to it. And it even features one of the most iconic characters in the Western civilization. Today we're gonna be talking about King Kong. Okay, now no memes aside, this is probably one of the worst games of all time. I'm not even gonna lie. So the first time I got shown it was in a stream that Charlie said that he was gonna play with Penguin Zero, if you don't know who that is. And he played it, and I watched most of the stream that he did. And I saw absolute horror. I thought I was gonna be disappointed with how bad the game is, but if we're being completely honest, we've had a lot of horrible games, right? We've had a lot of horrible games. Forspoken was one game that came out that I was really disappointed in, but it wasn't like it was horrible. It was just very, very disappointing compared to the hype around it, and the lines were cringy. There was a lot of things wrong with it. It wasn't the worst game that came out for sure, but it definitely was one of the more bigger disappointments. Plus it had like a really horrible package that came with it that gives you like an RGB skin, and that was it. It was like $50 too. It was dumb. Then you had games like, for example, Redfall, a game that came out and was absolutely dreadful to the point where it had cutscenes that seemed like it was in like the planning stage. Overall, it was an open world game that was just very barren. You barely could do anything in it. The story was just whatever. Like the whole game was just ass. And on top of that, it had a bunch of bugs and stuff that was a part of it. There was also one of the games that people talk about as one of the worst games ever was 100% the Lord of the Rings Gollum. Now I don't know exactly why this game was so horrible, but apparently, if I'm not mistaken, the developer Daedalic Entertainment, I believe they went out of business because of this game. That is how bad this entire experience is. You have games like the Saints Row remake, The Last of Us, but if you guys notice here, it says, "Step aside, Gollum. A new King Kong game has come for your viral jank crown." And that's interesting, because it's like, what is this game? Whoa, what's going on here? Now, this new King Kong game has so much wrong with it. It is absolutely insane. I mean, there's even experienced extraordinaire gamers, like some ordinary gamers, who actually talked about this horrible piece of trash.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and 2023 has been a year of some of the worst dog crap games imaginable. Now ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to look at the worst game of 2023, which is by far a very, very difficult thing to say. I mean, hey listen, we've had bad game launches, okay? But at least in a lot of cases, the games were good, even if, they were a little bit, unpatched, unfinished.
So yeah, these games are ass. It's crazy because 2023 has been filled with some of like the greatest games ever. Games like Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, the new Spider-Man game came out. That I would probably do a video on because a lot of people are really heavily criticizing it. You have games like Spider-Man 2. You had Tears of the Kingdom that came out, and these are really, really good titles. But then you have things like this, like Gollum, like Redfall, that are all garbage games. It's like a balance in the system where for every Baldur's Gate 3, you gotta have a Skull Island Rise of Kong. Now, let's actually talk about what is 100% wrong with this game, because there's a lot wrong with it. Let's first talk about the map here. Now, as I said before, I watched Penguin Zero play this on his stream. I'm not gonna play it. I'm definitely not playing it after now. The reason why is because, to give a little nerd game facts, right? When you have an open world game, a map is really, really important to have to the player, because you want the player to not get lost in your world, or else it gets really frustrating. So your map will always come with legends of where the areas are, and then a marker that tells you exactly where you are, so that way you can direct yourself to wherever the goal is, wherever you want the player to go. For this King Kong game, guys, I'm not gonna hold you. They said, "Marker who?" He said marker who? I have never seen this in my life, but they basically put a static map of each of the areas, and then they have no, you don't know where you are on the entire map. You don't know where you are, and you just get lost the entire time. Now, maybe this is to pad out the runtime to get the game to 2 hours, so you can't refund it, as of Steam's refund policy, where if you play the game longer than 2 hours, you actually can't return it. Steam has a return policy. You also have to have the game for less than 2 weeks. Maybe this could could be maybe this could be a thing. I have no idea, but yeah, as you can see, it is not great.
Am I stupid? Is there a "you are here"? Is this me? No. This is marking the playground. Where am I on this map right now? This map is fucking worthless. I don't know where I am in here, and everything looks exactly the same. And I don't know how to do the roar skill because it's not letting me activate it. I've already tried like 5 times, even though it gave me the notice for it.
So another big issue is like the skills and stuff like that, where you can't unlock it until you access certain missions, but then you get lost on the map, so you don't know where the hell to go, right? Another problem with the game is that it looks bad. It just looks bad. And not only is the graphics bad, but also the worlds are bad, and I'll tell you guys why. So if you guys look at this game, obviously this is the promotional art for it. They had one promotional art for it that it looked like a Fortnite game. Like, it genuinely looks like King Kong confirmed for Fortnite, and that was the game. It looks so bad. And I was watching Charlie's stream, and I was like, yo, I swear they're using SFX from Donkey Kong and maybe like slightly altered it. Like one of Donkey Kong's like smash sound effects. So I feel like they used assets from like that from Smash Bros. And then they took it and then like slightly altered it. Maybe that's just me being a huge Smash loser, but like it's just, it is what it is. But yeah, the game looks horrible. I mean, you see these like screenshots here. It's just nasty. Look at this dude, man. It looks so nasty. Like, it just doesn't look good. They look like this doesn't even look like King Kong. It looks like one of the gorillas from like Tarzan or something. But yeah, the game looks really, really bad. I'm sorry that these images are so like, I don't know why these images are so small. Sorry, me that has to edit this. Another thing is the game. Not only are the graphics really bad, and there's a lot of reused assets, so all the worlds, not only like the first world, but like every world looks the exact same, just like slightly more. Like one of the areas that I saw you go into is like a second world, and that had like water and had like these crab enemies, but I swear it was like the same 3 crab enemies, and then like they had like one of these flying enemies that came through and attacked you, but it was like just a reskin of it. It was like, bro, what the hell? But that's not all gamers. As you can see here, there's definitely some issues. Gameplay of Skull Rise of Kong. This costs $40 and is made by people that make low effort shovelware with big IP franchises. We are going to get to all of that, but let's as you can see, from this amazing gameplay. Hold on, let me show it real quick. God, look at this, bro. Look at this. This is one of the bosses of the game. It's like one of the main bosses. It's like this crab enemy, and yeah, it's great. This is a great boss. It's great. It's great. They dared take some stuff from like God of War and have like the rage effect. Like, bro, don't take from one of the greatest games that's come out in the past like 5 years. Like, come on now. So as you can tell, that was the boss fight. That was the boss fight, and this is like, you can literally see, like, if you go frame by frame, like, look at this. Bro, ain't no, this has to be the thumbnail. Bro, look at this. Look at this. His thing isn't even on his model, bro. What the hell? Oh, that looks disgusting. Yeah, that's the thumbnail. That is 100% the thumbnail. Like, you see this game looks, it's so bad, bro. Keep in mind, I'm pretty sure that's like the second boss. It's not even the first boss. So that's like when the game is starting to ramp up and you literally defeat him in the span of like 20 seconds. It is crazy. Now, another issue with this game, not only is the graphics, not only is how the game looks, how it plays, but then there's there's a few issues with certain power-ups you get. Like this amazing Mario jump here.
Am I supposed to be making this jump? Because it didn't work every time I tried it.
You gotta get closer, I think.
What the fuck is happening?
What is going on?
Bro, this
is
dude
the
looks
Kong
like
float in action.
Why is the boulder in front of you breaking constantly?
I think because the game keeps thinking I've landed, but I haven't. I'm stuck, by the way. I can't do anything. I'm stuck in this animation.
This is just sad, dude. It's not even funny. It's just sad. This is like a fucking $30 game.
This game costs £35.
So yeah, we'll once again we'll get to it. While the Lord of the Rings Gollum looked for a little while like it'd be a unanimous winner of the best game to laugh at with your mates on social media award, a new contender has emerged in the form of Skull Island: Rise of Kong. While it's set to unlock on Steam later today, hence the fact you won't find any reviews on the platform yet, some gameplay clips from the ape-themed adventure have surfaced on Twitter, and well, they're quite something. For example, if you're after the chance to assemble some of the greatest reaction gifs of all time, the game, which is published by GameMill Entertainment, looks like it delivers in spades. Then again, if I was in Kong's place and suddenly being confronted by a still image of a dinosaur, which people online originally interpreted as a potential placeholder left in by the devs, but is actually Kong remembering the dinosaur that killed his parents, I suppose I can't. There is no way this was actually real. I thought this was a joke. I saw that while doing my 5 minutes of research on this. Bro, there's no way this is real. Hold on. Oh my... Bro, there's no way that's real. Now, they had to have fixed that when they, like, releasing it. There's no way they did. There's no way. This is kind of pertaining to the gameplay, which I've already showed you guys. The clips have prompted some social users to accuse the game of being shovelware or a complete scam. On its website, GameMill states that it has a proven track record for leveraging the equity of some of the world's most beloved brands in the 100 billion video game market, and works with developers to bring to life games that delight die-hard and casual gamers alike. We've reached out to GameMill for comment of our clips as well to try to confirm the legitimacy. We'll update this article ASAP if we receive a response. And yeah, there's no response yet, but there is a little thing, and there's a reason why I'm talking about it. So let's talk about GameMill. Finding out the corporate of these people, this is GameMill Entertainment. GameMill Entertainment is responsible for a lot of some of the most dog doo-doo games. This is gonna sting for a lot of people, but let's be completely honest. This Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl game was ass. All right, we're gonna keep it spade to spade. It's not even because it was a game that a lot of people delusionally said was gonna compete with Smash Bros, but like it was just so bad. The animations were bad. For a bit, you couldn't even change a costume. You only had one costume, so if you played 4-player games and you choose the same character, it would be the same costume, and that's not good because then you mix up. What if you want to play Patrick? All 4 people want to play Patrick, and then it's just 4 pink blobs running on the screen. You don't know which one is you, and you get lost. That game was genuinely bad. They did improve it, and they are releasing a second game. They also have this Avatar game. I remember seeing this Avatar game that was really bad as well. This game right here, oh boy, Avatar: The Last Airbender: Quest for Balance. This was announced a while ago, but this game looked horrible, bro. I don't even know. Like, dude, look at this. This looks like a mobile game. Like, if you told me this was a mobile game, like, I would genuinely believe you. It looks so, oh god, it looks so bad. Look at the animation of The Rock. Do you see the animation of The Rock? This is in the trailer, by the way. This is supposed to show like the best parts. Bro, that animation, bro, that was horrible. That was actually horrible. And we're at the point where even IGN gave this game a 3.
This isn't the kind of bad game you can play to laugh at, or that took some cool swings but missed, or that creates weird combinations of technical snafus that lead to unexpected but entertaining results. It doesn't even rate enough to be called frustrating. Rise of Kong is fundamentally disinterested in itself. A giant ape game that doesn't even care enough about what it's doing to make the ape feel giant.
A 3. By the way, can I just say the scaling for the game is way off? You're expected to play as King Kong, right? That's what it says, Rise of Kong. The nigga is just a gorilla. He's just a gorilla. Genuinely, he's just a gorilla. The entire time, he is literally just a gorilla, and they're like, yo, that's King Kong. No, it's not. It's a gorilla, dog. It's a gorilla. I think Donkey Kong is bigger than him. So looking at this, as we said before, this is made by GameMill Entertainment. Embark on a quest to avenge the death of your parents at the hands of the other predator. This game is mostly negative, bro. Mostly negative. So the developer, people who actually made the game, is Iguana B. So Iguana B has made, from what I see, pretty mad games as well. G.I. Joe Operation Blackout is mixed. Little League World Series Baseball is negative. And then obviously you got Skull Island: Rise of Kong. They have the nerve to launch a Colossal Edition for $50. $50. That's AAA. That is damn near AAA, and they're saying that it's worth $50. As you guys can tell, this game's on sale right now. So right now it's $32. This game is $40. $40 for this game. It's not even that long. It's like a couple hours, I'm pretty sure. It's like a couple hours, like 2-3 hour game you can power through and finish this game for $40. 40 doubloons. Once again, they have the nerve to get the Colossal Edition, which I was actually looking at while watching Charlie play it. You basically just unlock like some filters and then like a red skin of King Kong. I want to call him Donkey Kong. I really do. Okay, here we go. 8 exclusive film grain filters, conquer Skull Island and pay homage to the classic Kong films. 8 Kong style variants, boss rush mode, so you can play the shitty bosses like behind the scenes, and behind the scenes content. The concept art of Joe DeVito. I bet he was like, bro, please take my name off this, bro, please. Bro, look at this is a filter, by the way. Why would anyone want to play like this? What is this even referencing? Is this a reference to some King Kong game? I don't know. Game Mill Entertainment, they also have a pretty shaky thing. This game's mixed. This is negative. Mixed. You have a couple of like okay titles here. This game is honestly purely because of the roster. It's all mixed. It is all mixed, bro. It's crazy. So this game came out like 3 days ago. Why am I talking about this now? Lo and behold, we finally get our answer to why this game looks bad, plays bad, just is overall just a gigantic cash grab. You would think Eddie from Ed and Eddie made this game, bro. And the reviews are in. This game was made in a year. It's made in a year. By the way, so from here on out, look, I have made fun of Iguana Bee. Not really made fun of them. I've just pointed out that they are not the greatest. So you're taking a developer that already hasn't had the greatest track record of making games, and then telling them to make a King Kong game in a year, which is like, what are we doing? Why is this the case? Anyways, this is a Kotaku article. It says, report awful King Kong game was made in a year by overworked devs. According to one developer, the game was developed by no more than 20 people. So let's see how this game is just destined to fail and what genius came up with this, right? Skull Island Rise of Kong was released earlier this week and was quickly derided as one of the worst games of 2023. What happened? Well, a new report claims that it was made by a small team of developers on a tight budget in just 1 year, putting the studio in a situation where making something good, both quickly and cheaply, would be nearly impossible. So they didn't get enough money, they had a small team of developers, and they tell them to make it in a year. This game was destined to fail, and I don't know why you would even like make a game like this and then put it out for $40. You could at least have it for like $5. $40? Crazy. Announced earlier this summer, Skull Island Rise of Kong is the first King Kong video game in nearly 2 decades. Wait, can I see the trailer? Okay, there's like a trailer here and there, but like it's not anything crazy. In nearly 2 decades, the last game featuring the famous giant ape was 2005's Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. That's a horrible name, which was developed by Ubisoft. Since then, folks have been waiting for another King Kong game, and on October 17th, we finally got one. But sadly, Skull Island Rise of Kong is a bland beat-em-up with awful cutscenes, nasty visuals, and not much else. So what happened? Why is this game so bad? Well, it appears you can blame Skull Island's publisher. Now, I did see that Verge was the original one, that they interviewed the developers from Iguana Bee, which once again we've talked about already. The Verge interviewed them about it, and they talked to them about this horrible game. In a new report from The Verge, developers from Iguana Bee, a small indie studio based in Santiago, Chile, spoke anonymously with the outlet and explained that Skull Island's publisher Game Mill gave the team only 1 year to develop the game from scratch. The development process of this game was started in June of 2022 and it aimed to end on June 2nd of this year. Bro, like, it's barely even a year, dog. Barely. So one development process, said one dev behind the King Kong game. Kotaku has reached out to Game Mill about the report. According to the other developers at the indie studio, Game Mill, a US publisher of many not so great video games, frequently uses smaller teams of developers to create licensed video games in similarly short amounts of time. I do know that with like Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, the people developing it were actually really wanted to make this game good. Make that game as good as it could possibly get. But if I'm not mistaken, they were given like no money to work with, and that's why all the models are really like bad and stuff. Like, that's why the game looks so plasticky and stuff, which is once again crazy considering it's a company that the developer for that game wants to make a good product. So it's like, especially with like just getting the product from Nick, I don't know, there's something about Game Mill that's like, bro, what is going on? Devs at Iguanabee claimed that Game Mill wouldn't provide teams with all the information about the project, leading to frustration and forcing teams to improvise with the limited information they had. I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised this game came out. Other complaints suggest Game Mill wasn't willing to provide enough money for Iguanabee to maintain a large skilled staff for developers. Sources tell The Verge that for most of Skull Island's development, only around 2 to 20 people were working. 2! As you might expect, at least one developer reported that crunch happened, and it was bad. The crunch was really set in motion in February, said the anonymous developer. I was on automatic pilot by the end of February because all hope was lost. Bro, they really, that is insane. According to The Verge, even though developing the game was tough and the money wasn't great, some folks on the team still take pride in what they were able to ship in such a short time under such difficult circumstances, with one dev sharing on social media that they were still proud of Iguanabee's King Kong game. I mean, to be fair, once again, I don't really blame Iguanabee. This is all kind of on Game Mill at this point. You are literally taking a company that already doesn't make the greatest games and then trying to make them make a King Kong game in less than a year with no money and have nobody work on it. They got like the janitor in the office and they're like, yo, you trying to work on this game? I just really don't understand. Like, what was the point of making this so fast? I have no idea, and it makes no sense at all. So regardless, this game sucks. For a game that they made in a year, it does look good. I mean, I'm surprised it's even working at this point. The game is still objectively one of the worst games of 2023, just easily. It is what it is. I do feel bad for Iguanabee, and shame on the people at Game Mill Entertainment, man. Y'all are ridiculous. Like, what were y'all even expecting to happen with that? Like, at least give them another year for some kind of polish. And once again, it's like you have the nerve to charge you $40 and then have a colossal edition. What is the point? Because no one's gonna buy that. I'm telling you right now, no one's gonna buy that. And the only people who are ever gonna buy this game are people who are gonna do a YouTube video on it. And even they're not gonna do it. Like, I'm not buying that game. I'm not buying it at all. Honestly, maybe I'll add it to the docket of games I talk about. It was made to fail. There was no way that this game would ever turn out good, and I don't know why Game Mill Entertainment didn't realize that and was like, you know what? Hold off. Because I don't think people were like, man, when's the new Game Mill Entertainment? No, nobody was thinking that, bro. Game Mill Entertainment, y'all can suck nuts. That's insane. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it. Alright. I still don't really know how to end these off. Just leave. Goodbye.